So here's a quick look at the gutter situation. So you'll see just along there is a gutter and all that water comes straight down here. I mentioned this on the first video where it went under the sliding door, went behind there, it goes under there, and then it goes into that. So it doesn't make sense, because right now if I make a plastic temporary conservatory here, I'll have to cut out a section for that downpipe and this downpipe. So the plan is to have like I've increased the patio area with the extra slab all the way here, so similar to the neighbor's one, but just a simple, like a temporary outdoor, the polycarbonate sheeting just along here. So we've got like an external greenhouse slash seating area. So the plan now is, in this section I'm gonna clean that gutter firstly, because I don't know, it leaks, and the neighbor's one cuts off at the end, and then move that pipe from there to here, so it comes down into that, so we have one downpipe rather than two which are curved around everywhere, because water leaks there and is all really damp in that corner on the outside, not on the inside. First up, let's get a ladder set up. So I've got 3 section ladder, McAllister I think. So simply we're going to come up against the building like that, and we've got 3 sections. There's a little clip on there, so you lift up one, right up. I might not need to go up all the way, but about that much. One more run, and then there's a little clip here, you lock it in place. Second one, so that's your angle there, and both touching. And it was at this moment I realized that the positioning of my ladder wasn't the best, because remember, I need to clear out the corner of this gutter. So the neighbor's gutter has a end cap, so it stops, but there's a lot of growth there, which I showed a little bit earlier. You'll see that again, and it's just causing a bit of an issue now. So my side of the gutter all down flows water into the long down pipe, which then goes under the sliding door, around the extended kitchen, and then into a gutter. So this is a very long-winded way of the reach of that water, and along the way where the joins are, I'm noticing there's damp spots, so the water does leak down. So what I was able to do at this point was clear out the existing gutters, and we're talking about a 6-meter height here, so it's quite a tall section. I was able to clear out the top of that, and I did realize the ladder that I've got, I haven't got the extender riser on there. So normally you have a little frame which puts you away from the wall, so you can reach into the gutter easily. So I was able to just take out the big growth of the greenery and all that stuff. But I did quickly realize that if I'm going to do the guttering, because remember where I am right now, the gutter is all inclined towards this side to allow the water to go down from the side of the building, but I will need to readjust this. So this side where I am now will need to be higher, and the opposite side will be lower, so the water will go a different direction on a route. So for that I realized that I don't have all the tools, so I called up a buddy and he was able to sort out that for me. I've got a time lapse of that, so you can see how a pro does it and how easily they make it look. So being a higher up position, if you're continuously working on roofs and if you're afraid of heights, you're probably not going to watch this, but it'll be a good how-to video. So if you do want someone to come out and do the job for you, how long does it take? Typically I had the morning set up for this, so I was thinking to do like 2 or 3 hours and have it done out. I got a quick bucket and took out all the rubbish. I'll put it on time lapse here just to show you. I took the down pipe away, and then I called up the buddy. He came around, had a look at it. He was like, yeah, no problem. And what he did was he showed me a couple of options, because he said what you could do is have a new fascia board in the back as well. So I looked at the condition of the fascia board and it wasn't too bad, but he goes, while I'm doing it, you might want to consider changing the fascia board to like the PVC boards. So here you can see he's taken the old pipe away, and once he took the old pipe away, he basically took out all the old unit fixings, because all these PVC old fixing things, they're not very good quality. Once they come off, they kind of break, especially if it's like 20-30 years old, which this one was. So he went and readjusted all the little holders for the drain pipe, the gutter, and he readjusted it, so he made that side in the corner the highest, and he realigned it all down to this side, which did a great job for me, because remember, we're making a greenhouse or a conservatory or a seating area or a dining area. I haven't decided yet what it's going to be on this side of the building, so that will be a nice addition, because now the guttering will allow all the water from the rain to come to the opposite side, and that means that the gutter and the water would all be going in one pipe. And at a later point I will readjust the gutter, the down pipe, because I want that to not go through that conservatory. I want it to be all watertight, so you'll see how that progresses over time. So especially with these types of jobs, it's always handy to have someone else on hand, and I know quite a few different people who do different jobs, but I avoid calling them out because I like to do it myself to show you how long it takes. He was able to do the gutter job in 2.5 hours. So I had planned in like 3 hours, 4 hours for it. So he was able to do a lot quicker, but he does look a lot of carpentry and jobs and stuff. So he was quite good at that. So luckily this gives you an idea of how long this can take. And it's a great place to see guttering being readjusted for my later project, which is going to be the conservatory. So I wanted to make this a little update, but check out the next video in this series where I'll do a bit of a longer video on my next one, because I've got the conservatory coming, which will be like a 3-part or a 4-part maybe, because a lot of work needs doing on that. So I'll see you on the next video in this series on screen right now.